Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to today's We Are One meditation webinar. I'm delighted to have with me Jill Pasquinelli, who's going to present to us today. Thank you, Jill. Just a quick reminder, if your page should suddenly die, no sound, no image, Control-R for PCs, Command-M for Macs, and a replay will be available in our YouTube channel straight after, or at least an hour after perhaps, the presentation. Okay, so over to you, Jill.
Thank you, Terry. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you. I see you in my mind's eye and my heart's eye. Nice to be with you. And today we're going to be talking about the hands and the fingers. The last We Are One that I did, I was talking about the fingers in relationship to the three flow, which is a big immune helper. And in that particular webinar, I was speaking about the fingers and the attitudes. Today, we're talking about the fingers in a different context. So the fingers and the hands connect to the brain. So I'm going to begin with a quote. Jiro Murai said, "The deepest help we have is first the breath, then the fingers. Everything is in the fingers, and then all of the rest, all of the other flows that we have." He also said, "One day we will understand that everything can be harmonized through the fingers and the hands." So beginning with our breath, first the breath. We'll begin with the cosmic hug. And Terry, if I could have the slide of the hand. So I love this picture of the hand, and we're going to talk about how each of the fingers helps us to harmonize one of the depths. In Jin Shin Jyutsu, we speak about depths, and what we're talking about are different layers of the body, different dimensions of being. And these layers have qualities. They're movements of energy as it spirals from spirit to matter and matter back to spirit. Or we also say from surface to core and core back to surface. So some of these depths are outside of the body. They're invisible. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. And some make up this physical body. So they speak about our relationship to the universe, and everything in the universe exists within us. And we reflect everything back to the universe. So there's a relationship between macrocosm and microcosm. We're a complete whole living within a greater complete whole. So we begin with the depths, the skin surface, and as it spirals deeper into the body, it becomes the deep skin, also the respiratory system. And we keep spiraling, and then we have the element of wind, which is the carrier of the information. It's the pure vitality of life force. And then we continue on through muscle all the way to bone and the vascular system. So spiraling from the skin surface to bone and returning from bone to skin surface. And so as this energy is circulating the body, it's going through these tissues. Our fingers are closely related to our consciousness and our thinking, and they're connected to the brain. And that's why the mudras are so powerful. Our center palm is the breath essence, the breath of life itself. And so we're going to begin with a mudra. Can I have slide 2? And this mudra, we're touching the palm of our middle fingers and the palms of our hands together. So we're helping ourselves to exhale. Exhale everything on every level. To exhale, we soften, we let it be, we allow what is, and we let go. And when we fully exhale, at the end of the exhale, there's a little pause. We're in a pause right now in life, right? With this pandemic. And at the end of every breath, there's a pause. And Mary used to say, all healing takes place in this pause. So what an opportunity we have here. Wow. We're making more space to receive all of the hidden gifts that are there waiting for us. So as we practice this mudra, no forcing the breath, just be in the breath that is. And in the exhale, just see if you can exhale little bit more. Holding the hands and fingers might be the original thought of prayer and our connection to the light and the divine. Mudras help us to reach a higher state of consciousness. They also help us to release accumulated fatigue and stress. They help us to exhale and inhale, flow down the front and up the back. Ultimately, they help us to breathe. Just easy, no effort. Allow the breath to breathe you. The middle finger is reaching up like an antenna to the highest source. And in Jin Shin Jyutsu, we call this eighth depth. Eighth depth is the divine source, the dot. It is the first. It is the starting point from which all things arise. It's the creative force of the cosmos. And so with this mudra, we are touching that greater source, the source of the divine. And our middle finger is third depth, which is a reflection of the greater source. It's the source that carries the essence of eighth depth into us, into our reality, into our being. That divinity lives within us. The next slide is the Michelangelo painting on the Sistine Chapel. And here God's finger is reaching towards Adam's finger. And I love this. It shows the point where spirit becomes embodied. It gives meaning to our incarnation. So we are spiritual beings, infused with that divine source of eighth depth. Ralph Waldo Emerson, said the universe is the externalization of the soul. So the dot represents the cycles of the universe. And out of that dot, the universe expands. And so now I'd like to move into a prayer position, all of the palms of our fingers and the palms of our hands together. The thumbs are touching the 13s, the center sternum. I am my prayer. And I see Jin Shin Jyutsu as body prayer. Everything comes together here, the totality. Again, the fingers are reaching up to heaven. Touching our 13s right here where our heart resides, our lungs reside. It's where the formless starts becoming the form, spirit becoming matter. Prayer is an act for our human hearts that are wired to experience the world through touch. Beautiful. Just breathe in to this prayer. We are aligning our heart with the divine source. It's so nice to be in this stillness. I'm reveling in it. I feel in a way like I'm in real life now, with everything slowing down. The pace has slowed down, and I'm so much more aware of nature. I've been going for long walks and the birds. The other day I stopped and there were two deer in front of me. They didn't move. And we just stood there. I think I may have been 4 feet from them. And we just looked at each other. They can feel it too, you know. And so we can actually open our hands from prayer and reach out to all the beautiful nature around us and bring it back into our hearts. Mm. And last, I have this picture by Georgia O'Keeffe. And I chose this because it's a wandering path. It's not a straight path, it's a wandering path. None of us know how this will unfold, what lessons we'll take with us, how we'll go forward and shape the future, and how the future will shape us. There is no path for us to follow. We are making it as we are walking, as we're going along. And I'd like to quote Walt Whitman. He describes the open road as the long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. Beautiful. Leading wherever I choose. So we have a choice here going forward. We have a window. And so I want to leave you with a little gift from Mary that she showed us a couple of times in class. And so you put your fingers together like so. See, the backs of my hands are together, right? And then you turn them over. You place all of the fingers and the thumbs on the center 13s. And this is how Mary told us that she would sleep. This is what she would do when she went to bed. So thank you, Mary. All these little surprises, you know. And you remember them when you need them. Yeah. And I dedicate this particular prayer to Brigitte. Brigitte, our friend, she's touched so many lives, and we're all on the path home. So I know that she's found her path home. Thank you so much, everyone. It was beautiful to be here today with you. Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Jill. That was just beautiful, restorative, peaceful. I'm just reflecting on that statement about the universe representing your soul, the enormity of that concept.
Yeah.
it's huge. It's beautiful.
Yes. Thanks, everyone.
So again,
be well. Take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other. Touch your hearts together. Yeah. Bye-bye, everyone.
Yeah, so thank you, everybody. And as I say, the replay will be available very shortly. Go and look on our YouTube page and it'll be there. And thank you again for joining us, sharing the beautiful wisdom that Jill imparted from our teacher, Mary. And we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, same time. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.